Okay, so welcome to tonight. What a day it has been. I won't go into the details, but it's been a bit of a long day. So, what are we going to do tonight? Well, firstly, we've got a couple of minutes before we start, or a minute and 15 seconds. Um, who am I? My name's Harsha. I'm from Cindog Media, where we help you to market better. So if you need some support on sales and marketing, reach out to us on cindogmedia.com. You can SMS or phone 0426 794 189, or simply email us at contact@cindogmedia.com. So that's the sales side of things. But we're going to also dive into a sales cadence and figure out what that means, what that is. When I first heard the word cadence, I was like, what is all this? You'll find out soon enough. And if you already know, we're going to go into it. So without further ado, I will stop the timer soon and then we'll get into it. And we will look at what a sales cadence is and look at some examples as well, which is always helpful when you are going to go out and create one. Okay, there we go. The music has stopped, the wonderful music and the timer. Stop the time. And we are back. Okay, so welcome to tonight. First of all, what I'm going to do is just go through, ask yourself, what do you think cadence means? And when I first heard that word, I was like, process, maybe. Far from it, it actually means, if I can share this screen and show you. Okay, here we go. Right, it's not cadence economics. You're getting free advertising by being on my page at the moment on my search results. So cadence is according to Google, the dictionary definition from Oxford, a modulation or inflection of the voice, a sequence of notes or chords comprising the close of a musical phrase. Now, I think this is closer to what we want. So if we look at, now we go and type in the search, sales cadence. A sales cadence is an outreach sequence for salespeople to better connect with their prospects. Sales cadences are scheduled for a fixed number of days or a range of channels like email, phone, social media, and this helps develop relationships and close deals. So it's essentially a process you would follow. Let's say you've got a landing page and you're collecting, you're advertising, you're running a campaign, maybe on Facebook, and you're driving traffic to this landing page, and people start to sign up, and then you go, what do I do next? Well, that's where this comes in handy. So you've already figured it out, and it's automated through AI. So this is a quite powerful process to think through and to really track. You really need to test this before you push it out, because it's like, okay, so I go in, I put my name and email address, and I get an email that doesn't make sense about, oh, you've signed up for a newsletter, and it's nothing to do with a newsletter. And this has happened so many. I've done this. I've made this mistake, and I've also signed up for stuff, and I'm like, what is this? This is not what I signed up for. So it's quite important that you test your sales cadence just to make sure the proper communications are going out, because it's automated. You think it's all good until you actually try it, and it doesn't, quite work the way you intended it to. It's not like a human sitting behind and going, okay, I'll send an email, or send a text message. So once you've thought through that process, you've mapped it out, you actually have to go and implement it. And after implementing it, you've got to test it a few times just to make sure it works. Get other people to test it, to make sure that what you see is what they see, and then After you've done that, test it again just to make sure it works, and then go out and launch it. Again, there's a fine line between over testing and actually getting stuff done as well. So you make the call where to stop and where to start actually marketing in your process. So okay, so we've looked at the definitions. Now, what I thought we'd do is, rather than go and build one from scratch tonight, we'll think through, we'll have a hypothetical scenario and we'll think through, what do we need to do? What's that process that we need to go through? What's that thinking process, and what's a basic, steps that we can follow? So firstly, before I get into the actual cadence, what I might do is just put in a hypothetical scenario, which is, okay, we have a landing page that sells, or that is offering a personal training or personal coaching course. Coaching course, and to be accepted into this course, you need to sit an interview. Right? Sometimes they make it hard for you to get into these courses. And it might also be a screening process to make sure the right fit for the course. You don't go halfway through it and drop out. So, let's say it's the actual thing that they want you to take up is to sign up for a brief interview to be accepted into the course. Okay, so at this stage, you've gone and created the landing page, and it's offering, it has details about the personal coaching course, but the next step for you to do is to put your name and email address. So let's put down what happens, right? So the first step is, so these are the steps. One, customer is led to the landing page from, could be Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, plus other online advertising. Okay, so they get to the landing page. Two, they enter. They are they're requested to enter their email, name and email, in return for a some high value, low cost product that you've produced, as well as to be have to sit an interview, so to be accepted into the course. So they are requested to enter their name and email address, plus they get access to a high value, low cost. Now, not low cost to them, it's high value to them, low cost to produce for you. So it could be a PDF, it could be an information sheet, it could be a fact sheet that you may end up spending a bit of money creating this, but over the long term, if you're going to give it to 20,000 people, it's going to be a low cost, right? So high value, low cost product, could be a PDF, ebook, etc. Okay, so they're requested to enter their name and email address, and they get access to that, plus book into interview with next step. So the next step is really the person who's going to close, right? So that's that. Third step will be they attend the interview. Fourth step is they are accepted or rejected, or they decline to go to proceed further. And also here they either attend the interview or decline to proceed further. At any stage, the customer may drop off, right? They may drop off that process that you've created. They don't need to comply with your process. If they're not enticed to do so, or if they don't feel like doing so. So during this whole sales process, I guess the emphasis is on how do you lead them down that path so they eventually buy. So, all right. So next step might be that if they accept, they purchase the course at a price point and offer to upgrade the VIP experience. That's us or you or business owner offers to upgrade them to the VIP experience, or okay, next step would be they accept or decline. Right, so I think we've got enough kind of to create a sales cadence out of. So at each of these steps, the thing to keep in mind here is, okay, the customer is led to the landing page. I'm going to make these texts a little bit bigger so you can see it. All right, so they're led to the landing page, Facebook, LinkedIn, yep. They're requested, so from this point forward, now I'll highlight that because this is quite important. From this point forward, you have their name and email address, and possibly, if you want to, you could request their mobile as well. Generally, you ask for 3 pieces of information, it might be too much, but you could. There's nothing stopping you. If they're really interested, they'll enter it, or you could make it optional, right? At that point, you have their name and email and or mobile number, where you can start to create a cadence. So from here, what can you do, right? So you can send customer a welcome email /SMS. Okay, so I'm going to highlight these in blue. That'll be part of our cadence. They attend the interview or decline to proceed further. So if they attend the interview, what next? Okay, again, they may get another email. If they attend the interview, they're accepted. Once they're accepted, right, so send customer email. So here they might be send several reminder emails, SMS leading up to the interview. They attend the interview or decline to proceed further. If they attend the interview and they're accepted, then what happens? Okay, they purchase purchase at a price point, then we can send email with registration details to view online material / attend regular coaching sessions. Okay, so that's another part of it. So again, this comes down to the customer journey as well. You've got to really look at it in depth. And there might be a better way to map. There is a better way to map this out, but I'm just doing it on a Word doc for today. They accepted or rejected. So let's say at this point, you sent them all these SMSs and they've accepted the interview, but they don't turn up, right? So if they don't turn up, send email, SMS saying, we missed you. Do you want to reschedule? They were originally interested and then they fell through the cracks somehow. They decided against it or whatever happened. I'd put that in orange. They attend the interview or decline to proceed further. What if they decline to proceed further? Let's put that in another color. So this is, you're rejected in a sense. Get feedback as to what changed their mind. So it's a continual conversation, right? So if it's, you may even give them a call at that point just to get their feedback. So it might be phone call, SMS, email. A little bit red for us to see that. So let's change the color a little bit. Okay. They accepted or rejected. So as you can see, each of these things that happen triggers a particular response. So what I'd like to show you now is really you would have seen the videos we did about high level, and there's a reason I'm kind of always talking about high level, and I'll just stop the share for a second. And let's share high level so you can have a look. Okay, all right. So this is high level. There's the marketing tab. I think we looked at the marketing tab last time with the social media planner. What we're going to look at is automations today. And in the automations, there's a thing called workflow. So what we were talking about is, someone opting into a personal coaching course. What if you could build this out within a system that just automates this whole thing? Once it's done, it'll be for everyone that comes in, it'll send out, a certain sequence of messages, etc. So this is one example. Now, it's not complete, but as you can see, there's an opt-in form submitted. Then this workflow is triggered, an email is sent out. You can put in a delay. Did they complete the next step? Yes, then that's it. If no, email 2 is sent out. And then there's a wait. If you go into the wait, you can wait for 2 days, 1 day, close. Okay, so give them a couple of days. Did they complete the step? Yes, great, it's finished. No, email 3 is sent out. And each of these emails might be getting a little bit like, hey, there's a couple of days left. Or, oh, look, there's only 1 more day left. And essentially what it is doing is putting it in front of this person's face going, are you interested in this? Look, we've got your attention now. Let's do this. Let's do this. You could so I'll go into another example which has SMSs in it. So wasn't this one, but there's a few here that have, SMSs built into it, so it's a missed call one. So okay, so missed your call. We send out a standard SMS, and then wait a day. Did they reply? Another SMS. Now you can combine these SMSs with emails. So there's a whole host of things you can do in high level, and I speak highly of high level because it just gives you that power to orchestrate this, create this sales cadence, and it's almost, let's look back to the definition again. I think I like the original definition of what a sales cadence is, and or not a sales cadence, a cadence, which is a sequence of notes or chords comprising the close of a musical phrase. So it's almost like we're having this conversation and we're putting out a rhythmic, something rhythmic that gets the customer's attention. And in that sense, it can be quite beautiful if we construct that journey for the customer to engage with us in a tactful, in an inspirational manner, rather than just spitting out stuff saying buy from us. No one wants to hear that, right? It's got to be inspiring. You can't be bombarding them with emails and SMSs. I certainly don't appreciate that. I just go into close down mode and I'll just block them, right? So you've got to be tactful. You've got to, recently I got a LinkedIn invitation from someone, and never saw it before phrased in such a way. I was like, okay, I'll accept. And it was like, everybody needs friends, and I thought I would connect with you. And I was like, it's a professional network, but I'm like, this is awesome, right? It's just going down to a human level and connecting with people, and that's what it's all about. It's not about just getting there and getting your product sold. So at the end of the day, that is what you're doing, but you can do it in a human manner, and connect with people. So okay, so that's what I wanted to show you tonight. It was a little bit drawn out, but as you can see, there's a process where you need to really sit down and go, what is it that a customer will do, based on my product, and then you can build that sales process out. And if you need, if you want something like high level to automate it, we're there to help you. There's a number of packages that's available. If you go to cindogmedia.com/grow, I'll bring that up so you can have a quick squeeze. So that's Cindog Media, and if you go to grow your business, this outlines all the details of what high level does. So as part of this, the email sequence, email builder, funnels, all that. There's the social media manager, inbound phone system, SMS, all that can be orchestrated in a workflow within high level as well. So that's something important to note. So have a look at that. If you want to get in touch with us, again, our email is contact@cindogmedia.com. You can phone or SMS us on 0426 794 189. Thanks for joining in tonight, and I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you then.